Welcome back to Trekyards, everybody. He is Commander Cockings.
And he is Captain Stuart Foley. And not a minute too late.
I was going to say, do you guys have a minute, man?
Hopefully we've got several minutes, actually, for us.
Yeah, because we have something to talk about today. It's a ship. Go figure.
And we'll probably be between sort of 17 and 20 Minutemen today as we talk to you about this ship. Stuart, is it a classic? Is it an oldie? Where's it from?
Apparently it's from Legacy. Yeah, maybe remember seeing it. It's one I never picked because I thought it was quite hideous.
Well, there's a habit with games and Star Trek, I think, for both of us, where we like to pick the Legacy ones for a reason. So if I'm off with the NX-01 or the Intrepid, as in this game, I'll probably go for them versus the...
For Legacy, I liked picking, like the ones you didn't see very often, like the Saladin class or the four nacelle battleship that they had for TOS era. Things like that, But this one never really...
Not the side. So we're looking at the original model. Up-resed, up-detailed, upscaled, gives some interactive lighting. So it is put more in a modern context. And like we've looked at for several Legacy designs, these are actually original designs. They have a unique flow, and let's see what you think. So now... Not in PS2, I believe you played it. Low-end graphics on a smaller screen. There's the best you've ever seen.
360.
There you go. Definitely not HD then. So for the first time in full HD with good lighting, what do you think?
Still ugly. It's a small ship. It looks like an auxiliary support ship. But hey, it's got mega phasers apparently, so that's cool.
Mega phasers, yep. It's so interesting. I feel like they really looked at what Doug did to the NX. Or I guess what they did for their own NX, right? Because they would have built that presumably earlier. And said, what can we take and where can we put it? Because, of course, I'm looking at that docking door on the side of the saucer?
Well, it's not a... Well, it's the primary hull, I guess. But it's very much a small ship.
The primary bump. There you go.
There you go.
Because those things are flush with the hull this way. Things land on them. I don't believe they're actually doors. I believe they're staging areas. It's on the side now. Does that work, or does it feel like just a thrown-on detail?
No, it works. I think it works fine.
I wish it was slightly textured, but I actually do. Yeah, I actually kind of like there being a random door there. Although, if the window scale is to be believed, and I do not think it is, that's a pretty big door.
Yeah, you got to remember too that even the Enterprise refit had a cargo door on the side of the saucer. They're just doing the same thing. So
yeah, very fair. Yeah. But I think I like it overall. I like that it is actually original. It's got its own flow. It's not thinking about sleekness. The NX is. It's thinking about what can Earth do at this time, and you need internal volume, right? Like the Dauntless or the Daedalus, the bull ship, is an oddity. It's got a lot of internal volume compared to a saucer, so this feels in that vein,
Yeah, it still doesn't feel like a big ship though. Window scale just be ignored. Just the door, just so.
But of course, the NX has portholes, so that's already a slightly alternate scale by itself. I do we'll note how the light falls off from the nacelles onto the hull. That's rather pleasing on this one. That looks rather nice. Next view, though...
It seems like a ship of the week that you'd see in TOS if they had the budget.
Oh, I love it. It is, yeah.
Because it looks like Harry Mudd's ship. It looks like... those kind of ships that we saw. And even in the remastered, stuff looks more kind of like this. And it seems more like a civilian design. Honestly.
Oh, I buy it civilian. Yeah, or on the Federation end of well, no. There is no Federation. I guess the auxiliary end of Starfleet, where it's civilian in the sense not fighting. Now, Elephant in Room... Is that just an Excelsior hull
That's exactly what I was going to say with the first picture, but I thought you'd be like, no, it's absolutely not that. But yeah, it definitely has that feel. It's just been... The shapes have been changed, squashed, but it's still got the squares. It's still got the bump at the back. Yeah.
Which the bump... I mean, it makes sense the Excelsior would come from somewhere. So having an NX bump at the back shuttle bay, I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. I don't... I wonder, maybe they're giving too much credit. Maybe this really is a NX, as in from the game perspective, an NX-01 model nacelles they've pulled, roll bar they've pulled and shifted a little bit, Excelsior they've shifted a bit. Is it a kit bash of them, or is it they just like the design shapes?
Yeah, I don't know why, but it gives me runabout feels. Probably because of that arch at the back there.
Why just the way they nacelles did that and this? That it is an auxiliary smaller shuttle fuel, and I kind of wish, if it'd been the windows had been smaller, so the dome is a deck, 2 decks max.
Yeah, the dome looks to be about 2 decks, would be my guess. And the bridge is probably inset, like in that deck 1. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Well, I can't imagine the hull that connects the nacelle to the bar is is structural, not functional. As in, there's no walk space, there's no rooms. I assume that's just because we need to hold it up because of how small it must be.
There might be a Jeffries tube, like a crawl space in there.
But you know what I mean? It's not like functional. It's just hull. Interesting, but I think we gotta ignore the window scaling in the dome because that's.
No,
Sir, hello. Yeah,
and no other weapons mounts or anything like those things look like mega phasers from the Reliant or the Miranda class, but they could also be like. Honestly, I can see this being a cargo ship, so I can see those being like
tractor beams,
high density tractor beams.
Yeah, that's a really good shout. Actually, that's actually a really good. Yeah, that's perfect. I like that. Although interestingly, they chose not to torpedo up the pod at the back. It seems to have no practical function. How do you feel if that was the impulse engine?
That'd be cool.
I think that'd be cool because there isn't any, as far as we can see yet. It would explain why it needs to be tethered to more things to deal with the structure. I feel like we always need to look at the model for the Excelsior to judge, because the back of this is so low detail that I feel like the Excelsior model is a beloved ship that they would do a better back for, because in the game, of course, you're seeing the back of the ship. In fact, this is so lo-fi that it's a side ship, right?
Yeah.
To the advantage of kit bashing, I have a Star Wars collection of ships, and I said before that every TIE fighter is great because they've made the one TIE fighter middle amazing, and they just make new wings. So of course they made the first one amazing. They're all amazing, right? So a kit bash can be amazing if you steal from good quality pieces. The next view, though, is interesting.
Even uglier. It just gets uglier each view.
This is a confusing one.
Yeah. Again, it does not feel like a big ship. And the deflector seems very just tacked on.
Yeah, those windows are not good for scaling. At least it's got a TOS-ish deflector, Stuart. You must be happy about that.
It's kind of cool, but there's no detail in it. Or say detailed it up a tad. I can see this being in the same fleet as a Daedalus class, 100%. Like, more of a service vehicle to them. But yeah.
Which, in fairness, if it was Daedalus age, just adding an X nacelles would instantly revolutionize what the ship can do. So, it certainly doesn't feel NX prime time fleet. So I think it's fine to say it was updated. I'm certainly wondering why the bottom dome and the front of the saucer has nothing going on. There's nothing unique happening. There's no details of any kind. There's no weapons. There's no low sensor dome. It is entirely just hull.
Maybe because it's such a small vessel. I don't know. It's even missing, like, there should be a name of the vessel or the registry there on that front part where the red line dips up. But yeah.
Is it then a cargo vessel? And that is just pure cargo space?
I would not be surprised.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah. Or even like a personnel carrier, like for dignitaries, or like a luxury cruise, like just something to go around the solar system. Or it has that kind of vibe to it where there's.
I like that in general. Although if I was designing that myself, I would make that entire ring of plating just big bay windows, and that's like one full wraparound deck of luxury, open space, and then you'd have amazing views of a planet you're orbiting if you choose to be in that orientation. Interesting. Next view is the back, which is
even uglier still.
Which is very Excelsior-y, and again, absolutely nothing is going on, not a jot or tittle.
See, if they did actually use the Excelsior secondary hull, which I believe they probably did, why not keep the cargo things in the bottom there? Like, if it's a cargo ship, that would be perfect.
Yeah, I don't. This convinced me they didn't use it because there's just nothing there, and there would be something there. Aesthetically, it's similar. And where's the shuttle bays? Where's anything?
Yeah.
But Stuart, let us seeth the sins. Top and bottom.
Not bad.
I like these views.
It went from ugly to uglier to ugliest, and now it's like, hey, now it's not too bad.
Well, redeemed for now. We'll judge it again in a bit.
Yes.
What do you notice? Because I think there's a lot here, actually. Well, the top view, the bottom view is plain again, but the top, I think, is...
Well, I see what could be a shuttle bay at the back there. Very simple teardrop shape as well, which is cool.
Well, what I'm seeing, Stuart, they've slightly tweaked the texturing, but now I'm looking at it, that roll bar is a reversed Reliant roll bar. The way it curves...
Yeah.
And the phasers must be just a kit bash from their other model. They've changed the front angles a little bit. They probably pulled in polygons a bit, and it's textured differently, but that feels exactly the same, which is amazing how it didn't quite feel like that just by being reversed. But it is. I think that's definitely they've kit bashed that.
Yeah, this feels like a ship that they just needed another ship, so they took parts from other ships and just morphed them a bit. And
morphed them a bit. But it's surprisingly cohesive for that. I just wish there was anything happening at the dome at the bottom, because the bottom is nothing. And the top is busy. The top is filled with things, and the bottom is entirely lacking. This is a weird idea, but it kind of follows with the fact there's the doors in the saucer bump. What if the shuttle bays had been in the bump at the bottom? Almost like a big door
that would have been cool.
Opens. Yeah, kind of reversing the idea of, a drop bay right there. Take turbo down from the bridge to the drop bay.
Even just have some, any kind of greebly detail down there that could be like clamps, so they could clamp to cargo containers and pull them. Would have been neat.
Yeah, that's again the that's not a view you see often in the game as much. They prioritize it less. But I do like the top view. I think overall it works quite well. And the bottom view actually now looks like the Aurora? The Ramos Aurora? Yeah.
Speaking of the Aurora, these next views. Like I said, TOS Ship of the Week right here is what this is. And actually, from the side, it's very reminiscent of the TOS freighters that we see. The ones that get destroyed.
The Antilles?
Yes, I believe so. But yeah, it's rounded instead of squared off. Because in TOS they were kind of square and boxy. Here it's more of a...
See, I think that side view is so interesting. It literally is an Excelsior hull with a stretched Daedalus body with NX nacelles and a roll bar to finish it off. But it all kind of integrates together reasonably well. It's very strange. The front is a view, but more Daedalus-y. I wasn't necessarily thinking Daedalus. I didn't realize the curve was so curvy until there's Daedalus vibes. And, if you're reintegrating Daedalus back into the fleet properly as a that definitely existed in an NX or whatever era, as we know it, as a style, you would do Daedalus variations. Why wouldn't you have an oval Daedalus shape? Actually, there's an untapped market of ship designs, The half Daedalus, half saucer hybrid.
But from the back, you definitely get the Excelsior vibe. It's it's a big ship. it's that scene because they got that. I don't know. It just looks like the Excelsior.
And the roll bar annoys me because you can see the inner black of the refit that's so distinct. That detailing, color choice. It's there you go. It's interesting. It's weird. It's lazy and interesting at the same time. I wonder if a guy called Jeff just made this in 3 hours. He was hired onto the project, was given 7 assets, said, right, build this, but don't do these 10 checklist things. Put this together, shows boss and said, oh, that's cool. I was in the game on Thursday,
His name is Jeff. This is Jeff Class.
So back to the first view, which is one of its best views. We've now taken you on this grand journey, Stuart. Have you grown? Are you better for it?
Sure. I'd like to think that this is the same era as the Daedalus class, just upgraded a tad with different nacelles. So, yeah, it's fun to see smaller, less important ships because this is not. There's no weapons. This is just simply running around this solar system kind of ship.
Yes, we are missing weapons.
Yeah,
that's actually really fair.
Except unless those are mega phasers, but that just doesn't make any sense. 2 big cannons on the side, nothing else.
Yeah. But I do like it in general. I think this actually works some. I think out of the 3 we've done today, this is the most original. Not that you guys know what we've done today, I suppose, but yeah, it has its own charm. And as you say, each of you has different... Yes. So yeah, did you play this in the game? Did you like seeing it destroyed? Did you like winning with it? Did you never think about it again after you moved past the NX era? Let us know right now in the comments below, and support the channel if you can by liking, commenting, as I said, sharing, and subscribing. Click that bell notification. If you don't click it, you won't know when we do ships like this.
And don't forget, we do lives constantly, so tune in for the lives, check out all of our content, and make sure you support the channel. You can do a super thanks on this video, or if you join us for a live, you can do a super chat where you can actually interact with us in real time and also support the channel as well. And it's really fun. So we have a really great community and want you to be a part of it. So until then, it's been more than a minute, man. But
yeah, I said between 15 and 20 minutes, and we have now 18-minute this. Yeah. He's Captain Foley.
He's Commander Cocky.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.